Well, hey everybody, let's talk about the DJI Spark. Now, I've had this for a couple of months, and the question is it really still a valid drone to have and to get in 2018? And that's coming right up. Well, the DJI Spark. Now, like I said, I've had it for about 6 months now. And do I like this little drone? Yes. Do I think it's still a great little drone to have? I really do, because I have a lot of fun with this little guy, even though it's small. And yes, it only shoots 1080p at 30 frames a second, where I know a lot of people, they want 4K. 4K is the buzzword.
4K is the buzzword.
But you know, 4K, it does allow you to crop your image and to play around a little bit and zoom in on some certain features without losing detail, where 1080p, when you try to start doing that, you actually start breaking down the image a little bit. So I can understand that 4K is really the thing that everybody wants, but you know, 1080p is still a very valid platform, especially for YouTube. And it's still high definition, let's not forget that. Now, it's not ultra high definition, but it's high definition. Now, when it comes to drones, I've got the Phantom 3 standard. Now, this was my first drone ever, and it shoots 2.7K or 1080p. I like the 2.7K at 30 because it's very nice. This is what introduced me to the love of aerial videography. This is a fantastic tool. And then of course we can talk about the DJI Mavic Pro 4K 30 frames a second. Now, I don't have a Mavic Air, don't plan on getting one because I'm very satisfied with the Pro just the way that it is. But you know, 4K, 2.7K, 1080p. Is 1080p still a valid platform? And I really think that it is. So if you're interested in getting the DJI Spark, I'll put a link in the description below, but what I wanted to do is show you some footage that I just took the other day of just a backyard in a swimming pool. And I know still got to clean up a couple little spots, but just to show how valid and how really good that the footage can be. Now, I think the color is great on it. I think that the sharpness is just right, it's not over sharpened. And I think the details are just perfect. When you start flying higher, when you start to get 200, 300, 400 feet high, the details in the distance start getting a little bit mushy, but that's 1080p for you. And plus, you know, the camera sensor, that's a little bitty sensor, little bitty guy right there. And that's trying to gather as much light and information as possible, so you can see where at a long distance it may struggle a little bit, but up close is great. I think it's still a very valid drone. Will you use the DJI Spark for commercial work? No. You'll end up using something like the Mavic Pro or even the Phantom 3 standard that shoots in 2.7K just for the sheer fact of image quality. Home, family, movies that you want to do, 1080p is still just fine. I mean, unless you're uploading and trying to sell your video content to a platform like Blackbox or something, 1080p is just fine. Here's some footage that I took just the other day using the Spark in the backyard, around the pool, and kind of around the neighborhood a little bit. And tell me in the comment section below what you think the DJI Spark, it still performs very, very well. In my opinion, I think it still gets great image quality. A lot of people will call it a toy drone, and I have a little bit of an issue with it just because a toy drone that you buy for $49 or $69 that has no GPS. This has GPS. This has forward image sensors on it. It has bottom image sensors on it. It flies and handles great, especially when you have the controller with it. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comment below because I respond to all comments. Also, if you're not a subscriber, there's going to be a little icon up here where you can click that and subscribe, or you can hit my little icon down there at the bottom, the little logo, and you can subscribe. Also, be sure to click on the bell so that you get notified every time I upload a video, and I will talk to you later. Bye.